offense by breaking tackles.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Aggies. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early, you put yourself in a hole, not good.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong. Wasting no time taking a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in a hurry up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that.
Nothing but green ahead. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Colorado. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Middle Tennessee made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing in Murfreesboro. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Kelly. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And the Aggies will move the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball to a score.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move, it's Kelly. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
They go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Right back to it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Touchdown, Bucks! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jennings. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Colorado 14, Utah State 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Caught in the backfield, it's Wade. The Aggies will keep this drive going. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This Utah State offense has it going. Comes out throwing on first down. Got the quick pass.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
They'll run play action. Going over the top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many.
Oh, look out! And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. After that last completion, it's second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks the tackle. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back.
He's going up top. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Can't get him to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They want to throw it. They've got the screen set up. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Got it behind the line. It's Jennings. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Let's go! Wide out in motion. Trying the left side. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise,
all kinds of running room. Touchdown, Utah State. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense pleasantly.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
He makes the catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Gain of 3. It's 3rd down.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Buying some time as he moves left. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Colorado 28, Utah State 24.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
3-25.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Get set, get set.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got it in the middle. It's Wade. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Buffs! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Aggies. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you can be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll give it to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He wants to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball.
And that pass picked off. Touchdown, Colorado! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Floating away. All kinds of time before he fires right. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take another shot here. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll go with a direct snap. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting.
Snap to the up man. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
On the move is the 30. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really